Hey, peace world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Look, I'm going to jump right into it. Everybody's charged up. I'm listening on XM, Sirius XM, on Fight Nation, the Friday night, the Monday night and Friday night show at the fights, and then the daily, the Zone funded Ak and Barack show. And now that we've had, now that we have a new undisputed lightweight in Teofimo Lopez, and we had this great moment, we had this free fight, world class box office fight on ESPN. Quick note. How the hell did they wait until the very last segment on First Take today to discuss the fight? How do you talk for 2 hours or whatever it is, and boxing gets the last 3 minutes? The hell is that about? And then Ryan Clark, he has the weigh in with Max Kellerman on boxing. And then, Stephen A does his thing too. But I understand. I understand. Game 7 was last night with the Dodgers, and the phenomenal Game 7 too with the Dodgers and Atlanta Braves. You lead with that. I know NFL was yesterday. Was there a big game? I don't know, but the last 5 minutes, like the credits were coming on and they transitioned into sport, afternoon sports center or whatever. It was embarrassing. You just spent 3 weeks with these guys. It saved your Saturday after the football game was canceled, and they get the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, back to what I was talking about. At the fights, the Ak and Barack show. Let me play this for you first. People got all of them, especially Ak and Barack, especially Ak, got all upset because of this right here.
I can give you 1,000 reasons why boxing's in trouble. I've been saying it for 20 years, and now we're getting to the point where it's really bad. It's in big trouble, and the number one reason is because these promoters that have been doing this for 30, 40 years never invested money back into every boxing match that goes on is going out of business sale. Let's get as much money as we can from these people and get the fuck out of town. That's a boxing match, and that's just not how you run a business. That's not how you build a sport, and it's not how you create longevity in your sport.
Now, everything that Dana White said right there, the UFC's Dana White, everything that he said is not right there. But this is a going out of business sale. It's a going out of business sale for Teofimo Lopez at 135. No call. The Ak and Barack, Randy Gordon, Dan Rayfield on. He was on the Sports Illustrated podcast. Yeah, we can mix and match. We can have Devin Haney and fight Teofimo. We can get those two together. Then if Tank Davis if Gervonta Davis gets past Leo Santa Cruz, which he will, we mix those. He can fight Teofimo. We had us on the other side of it. We have way more creativity than the people running the show, looking at the reality of the situation. None of those fights get made. And one, you mean to tell me that we couldn't get, because this is what I'm looking at the fight Saturday night, like, this is what Gervonta and Mayweather Promotions, this is what y'all didn't want to do? You want to let the little 23-year-old dude come in here and get a scalp like Lomachenko on his record? How hard was this to do? But you think the guy who didn't want to fight the guy that Teofimo Lopez just dominated there's going to be some impetus for Mayweather Promotions to pick up the phone and call them and let's do this. How does that work? How does it get done? Devin Haney is like Teofimo Lopez said. You're fighting the dude that blew out his foot and lost to Gervonta Davis, win another 10 rounds or 9 rounds or whatever it was. That's who you're fighting. To defend to prove that you're the WBC champion that none of us believe you are. It's trash. Top Rank is going to sit here and assess the situation. No calls get made to Matchroom and Eddie Hearn or what is it? Devin DH or BH Promotions, whatever, Haney Promotions, whatever. They don't reach out to him. No matter what happens with Santa Cruz, they don't call Top Rank. Top Rank doesn't call them. They don't read no emails, exchange. Nothing happens. That's it. That's it. That's the end of it. That's the end of the season. Top Rank is gonna, maybe they see what they got to look at what's going on at 140, where they have a host of options. A host of options. Zepeda, Baranchik, it's too young for the Rodriguez kid. Taylor, Ramirez. It doesn't make sense for and let me tell you why, and I could keep this shorter. But I'm going to tell you why everything below is messed up. Because up at the top, they don't have any options for Terrence Crawford. If he does get past Kell Brook, which I really don't care about that fight, but it's free, so I'm going to watch it. It's because it's free. But because the Spence and Crawford fight couldn't go anywhere, Top Rank's plan has been to steadily devise something to put in front of Terrence Crawford to give him a legitimate fight. Which again, we could have a dude coming up to 147 for his first fight, and we have to believe that that's legit. Boxing is always asking you to make sense of it as a fan. Trust us. Just look with this Brook fight. Man hasn't been at 147 in years. In years. Can he even make the weight? Can he make the weight and be effective on fight night? And then you wait to a couple of, we got 4 or 5 weeks or whatever, a couple of weeks to prepare. You don't know I hope he's been, in the gym and the next several weeks aren't about squeezing down into a weight that he hasn't made. But that's it. But because the Errol Spence fight couldn't get made, they're waiting to see what happens between the undisputed fight with Ramirez and Josh Taylor. See who the winner is of that. And then make a determination which one of those guys do they bump up to 147 to give them something to do with Terrence Crawford next year. The loser probably doesn't want to stay at 140. So now you bump up Teofimo Lopez. And you see how the titles can be controlled and vacated properly, so that there's in the politics, a proper transfer of power, and keep it moving. Who can you leave in place at 135? Ryan Garcia is another one. No call gonna be made to Golden Boy. Golden Boy's not calling. They're not calling Top Rank. Us next. Now, at least Teofimo Lopez had the moment. He stepped forward. He was the victor. He can come to the press conference and say, hey, all of this BS that's going on, why you doing that? And you look good right now. But when you go back in there and talk to Bob today, and they tell you what the plan is moving forward, there is no next big thing. There's nothing creative coming. Maybe he gets some middle of the road. Maybe he fights a Saucedo. Maybe he fights a Barbosa. Maybe whatever. You know, they'll mix it up and make it creative in-house. But there is no next. Can't do the rematch because it wasn't a compelling enough of a fight. Not on first look. You know, I'm about to watch it again now. I'm already seeing some things through the first 2 rounds that look different. But you know, there's no clamoring for a rematch, most likely. So they gotta sit here and look at it, you know, Goodman and Trampler and whoever else in the room and plot it out. But that plotting out does not involve Devin Haney. It does not involve Gervonta. It does not involve Ryan Garcia. And like he just said, you can't have a business like this because there's no continuity. Now, when you happen to be spending what the UFC spends on the guys that they have, and it's next man up, it works. But these exclusive contracts, and last statement, you know, if we can't, okay, you take our 147 guy, we get your 140 guy, or we get your 135, we send it. I mean, if it's not going to be none of that, then it's just it's going to be these moments that are far and few in between. My name is Wood. Don't let them count you out. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.